We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Miami Dolphins.
The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Jones looking to throw it on the first play. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Emmanuel Ogbah that time able to drop him for a loss. Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early second and long they're facing. Now Jones. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're putting a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Had to get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm is going forward. Incomplete pass. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Throwing Jones. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Now this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. You talk about this Giant defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
So in prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
2nd and 10. Now Tua. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run here with Mostert. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. So on 4th down, here's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. And back deep for the Giants is Dory Jackson. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And space tough to come by there. So he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Jones. They'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards, good for a giant first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man-to-man and try and cover him before he gets going.
They nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Jones now on first down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 35. Third touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try to get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. Now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This will be fielded at the 17. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Meanwhile, to his throw, caught by his receiver, Hill. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Tua. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. The Dolphins at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Now 2nd and 5. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Short throw hauled in by Croft. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. Back to the running game with Mostert. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. After 1-7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
All right, come on.
Mostert is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. Nice job of polishing off that drive, and all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
All right, guys. Boy, y'all playing.
Okay, here we go. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Second down. Here's Barkley again. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now Jones wants to change it up. Jones on third down. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack. On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's taken on the 25. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Up the middle they go with Mostert. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the gun, it's Tua. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Here's 2nd and 10.
7-on-3, kick. Let's go.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Good defensive call right there, because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And that will be incomplete as well.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Jones throw complete here to Waller. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
All right, say it with me now. There's a lot of different words we come up with. Maybe we go back and forth after that play, getting his toes tapped down to make that catch. Crafty?
Yep.
Wiley? Oh, definitely.
All the veteran names?
You name it. Has every move in the book and continued to get better throughout his career so he can make that type of a catch.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw again. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jalen Phillips. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Jamie Gillen now on to punt. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Looking to pass. Tua. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It's now 3rd down.
Here now, a 3rd and 20.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. 21G.
Tua sets up to pass it. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for Miami. 44 yards. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his
stop
career.
it, dog.
Maybe more importantly,
You see what's going on, dog. You see what's going on. Stop.
Throwing now
Stop.
is
It ain't over.
Tagovailoa.
It ain't over. It ain't over, my boy.
On the screen to Mostert.
It ain't.
And he is going
It
to
ain't.
lose yardage here. They're going to hurry
No,
back
it
to
ain't.
the line now. Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 23. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And again, it's Tagovailoa.
Look, you see what's going on here, dog. You see what's going on. Stop.
Yes, sir. How about an out of
You see what's
bounds
going on.
first down, got his hand in
You
and
see what's
knocked it
going
away.
on.
The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Inside zone.
Tua going to throw. Flushed out. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack
Stop.
back at the 9-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
20 TX.
Tua now, 3rd and goal. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins continue to pull away here in this first half. Tua and the Dolphins offense staying put. They'll go for 2. Tua going to try and throw for it. And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about. So illegal touching, Charles. If you set foot out of bounds as a receiver, you can't be the first to touch it.
You nailed it on that one. You've got to be mindful of the sideline.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Meanwhile, Jones throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. He's got the rookie from Tennessee, Jalen Hyatt.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Gano's kick is good, and that'll get this back down to a 20-point spread. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Eluding the... And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here, as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line.
They're right here.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. That one complete to Hill. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Well, they found him 8 times in that first half, and this is his first catch of quarter number 3.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now a give to Mostert running right. 20, down to the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Tua and the Dolphins offense staying put. They'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went,
yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
Well, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible, let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. That's pulled in at the 32. And a nice play there defensively. And this is a new acquisition, Charles. You and I were talking about it pregame. Just signed as a free agent earlier this week.
Love when they pick up those guys with something to prove. Because any guy who's a free agent off the street, no one else wanted him. So he wants to prove to the rest of the league, you should have signed me first.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Now here's a throw that's complete, and he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Two yards to go, 2nd down.
Now Tua. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Tua to throw again. And this will be incomplete. With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle.
The closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of a play and knock it away, that's a big deal, and we just saw him do it right there.
On 2nd down, Mostert.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Partner, it's been my experience that after 2 stops like that near the goal line, defense has only become bolder. They don't back off at all. I think they continue to bring pressure and force them to make a really big play against them.
And the incompletion, then the run for no gain. Let's see now. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And this Giants defense able to come up with a goal line stand. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down,
Now Jones. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this throw will be intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland.
And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Deonte Banks with it. And the Giants are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Giants
my dude got the ball.
ready to begin their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover
Can't block nobody.
They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works. You get the sense that they're saying, we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Rita. Timberland. Ladybug.
Throwing, Jones.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
A gain of 27 on the play. First down,
Jump right,
Giants.
Pacino.
They'll look to throw again. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It's a gain of 35. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for first and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. And quickly, they get to the line.
It's second down.
Throwing on second and long. Jones.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch.
No gain at all on the play there. That brings up 4th.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And this is going to be recovered by a member of the offense, but whistles come in. Remember, on 4th down, that becomes a dead ball if anyone other than the fumbler himself recovers. So it'll come back to the spot of the fumble, and that will mean that's going to wind up being a turnover on downs.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 25 yards that time.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll run right side with Mostert.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
At the 50-yard line.
Ready.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Ready.
A give left side. Here's Achane.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
From the gun, it's Tua.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Here's Tua.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
A loss of 7. Brings up 2nd and 17. At the
Tua wants to throw it on second down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there at 22.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football, because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
All right, come on.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And that pick six a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a 3-possession fourth-quarter lead.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 16-yard line.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa.
And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Tua going to throw.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
No sign of Tua departing. 4th down. They're going for it.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position.
Detroit Johnson.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 4.
South. Here we go.
Looking to throw. Jones.
And the pass complete to Waller on the out route.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
18 on the play. First down, New York.
Detroit.
Now Jones throwing on 1st down.
Oh, and Jones is just thrown.
Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And I don't know that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because Maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
After the turnover, it's Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. And they're going to speed things up here.
Brings up 2nd and 14 at the 37-yard line.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Under pressure, they got him again. And hang on here, we got an injured player, and that is QB Tua Tagovailoa, who's in need of some assistance. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 75. And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this fourth quarter. So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. And a touchdown apparently not enough. They want more, an onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Jones now on 1st down. Touchdown! Darren Waller from 17 yards out. And the Giants get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns them there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switching.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Loss on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth. Oh, they try to lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Running the counter with Mostert.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Now White. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill.
Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Giants will take over possession here up at the 44.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Jones' throw brought in by Bellinger.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
First down, New York.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Throwing Jones.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now Jones.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Jones out to the flat, and that's caught. So no gain on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. Again, he'll drop the throw. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Daniel Jones with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Giants have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Jones.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it. And they're not able to complete it. Now just 6 seconds remain. Time for 1, maybe 2 more plays. And the Dolphins are indeed going to get this, and that should all but do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they were really helped by their defense.
never leave the house without